Today's recipe is an ultimate smash burger experience. I'll be showing you how to make your own mayonnaise at home and make the most perfect triple cooked chips. This one's a joy to make, so let's begin. Today I'll be using 80-20 chuck mince. 80-20 just means the ratio of lean meat to fat content. To start off with, we'll be making our mayonnaise. Place a wet cloth on a board to stabilize your bowl, as you'll need both hands for this one. In our bowl go in 2 egg yolks, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, a teaspoon or so of white wine vinegar. Give this a good mix before we start adding our oil. Start adding the oil gently. I went with an avocado oil as it's neutral in flavour, but you could also use grapeseed or groundnut oil for the same effect. By adding the oil drop by drop will allow for the mix to form a bond with the egg yolk and acid we added. Add it too quickly and the mix will split, so be careful. Honestly, this is just a workout. Would have been much easier to just open a jar of mayonnaise, but I'm just showing you guys, a bit of extra effort in the kitchen makes a huge difference. You'll really tell the difference when it's made fresh. Now season with salt, pepper and a little lemon juice. Now take a couple of heaped tablespoons of our mayo and spike it with ketchup and American mustard. Keep the ratios roughly the same. Season it and set aside. Now for our chips, I'll be using Maris Pipers. For our chips to be perfectly even, we will take off each end of the potato and go in with the apple corer to cut out our perfect cylinders. Now blanch your potato cylinders in boiling salted water for around 5 minutes, until the potato is on the verge of breaking. It's a fine line, so make sure you catch it at the right time. Set aside on a cooling rack, letting them release all the unwanted moisture. As the potatoes are cooling, grab 1 brown onion and using a mandolin finely slice into half moons. This could also be done with a knife, but this technique gives you a perfect result every time. Once sliced, season on the board until you get your oil and butter ready. Place the onions into our saucepan and coat them in the butter thoroughly. Add around a tablespoon of sugar and let them caramelize gently on a medium to low heat, stirring occasionally. Now onto our chips. Pour in vegetable oil and 150 grams of beef dripping. This will give our chips amazing flavour inside and out. oil come to temperature at around 130 degrees. Remember, our onions are still on a gentle simmer. Make sure to check up on them and ensure they're caramelizing nicely and not burning. Once up to temperature, lower in our chips for our first frying. This will not add any colour to our chip. We just want them cooked all the way through and for the lovely flavour to penetrate into our fluffy interior. Leave these in to fry for around 7 to 8 minutes. Take out and place back on the coolant rack. Now increase the temperature to around 180 degrees, and this will give our chips a lovely finish, crunchy golden brown exterior and a fluffy flavorful interior. Don't these just look absolutely amazing? Now back on the rack to drain all that excess oil and season with rock salt. For a burger, I'll be using salt brine dill pickles. In my opinion, these are the best, but use whichever pickles you like best. Slice finely and leave aside for when we assemble our burger. Let's give our brioche a nice toasting. With brioche, toasting the bun will allow butter inside the dough to start melting gently, leaving us with a crispy on the outside but soft on the inside bun. No one likes a dry bun, believe me. On a really hot pan, place a tablespoon of the oil and beef dripping we use for the frying of our chips, along with a knob of butter. The pan needs to be really hot as the smash burger is thin and we want it to form a crust as quick as possible. If you cook it on a medium heat, the burger will just simply dry out. Smash it down with whatever this utensil is called. Just find something flat that can be pressed down really. Season with salt and pepper and flip. As soon as we flip the burger, season the cooked side and place a slice of good old American cheese. Create a bit of moisture in the pan with a splash of water and cover, allowing the cheese to melt. Now for our assembly. Get your sauce at the bottom. Cover our bun well but not dripping from the side. Assemble your pickles and place the burger patty right on top. Followed by our beautifully caramelized onions. And a touch more of that stunning sauce, and close it up. Serve it with our beautiful triple cooked chips and a dollop of our homemade sauce. I can assure you, this burger seriously puts any Five Guys or Mackey's burger to shame, so give it a go for yourself and show me how yours turns out by tagging me on my Instagram in the description below. Hope you all enjoyed the video and make sure to tune in next week for some special homemade Valentine's chocolates.